Hi, welcome back. This is Christy with Guidepost to Wellness, and welcome to any new viewers to the channel. I'm slowly starting to get that subscriber count up a little bit, so I'm happy to see that. Today, I wanted to talk about something that's really important to anybody with chronic disease or an autoimmune disease or overall wellness, and that is exercise. And one of the important forms of exercise that we really need to consider at any and every age is some form of resistance training. So what exactly does that mean? Well, there's different ways you can do resistance training, but what resistance training is actually using your muscles to perform some type of action. It causes the muscles to contract against some type of resistance. So it's not like doing cardio where the primary exercise is going to be of the heart and the lungs. Resistance training is designed and geared towards strengthening other parts of the body. So you can do exercises that are a combination, and those are always things that need to be considered. But with the Eat, Stop, Eat program, and with any good program, it's really important to make sure that you've got at least 2 good days of some type of resistance training in there. So there's all different ways you can do it. You can use free weights, which are more of the barbells and the dumbbells, which a lot of times, is an investment or is going to take up some space and may be done more often at a gym. I have some small handheld barbells that I use in conjunction with some other programs, but I don't have an extensive set, so I would not do a significant amount of free weight type of exercises. Weight machines, and there are home weight machines. What's the one? Chuck Norris has one that is really good. The Total Gym, I really like that one. It just takes a little bit of space, but that's a really good resistance training type of machine. Solo Flex, all those different things. Or you can get really specific at gyms where they have machines just for the legs, just for the arms, and things of that nature, which I would encourage most folks to stay away from. Single type muscles, folks that are more like me, that are looking at overall fitness and things of that nature, you're not going to want to use specific muscle machines. You're going to want to do something that's going to use your full body. You can use things like medicine balls and resistance bands. Those are really great because they're providing resistance in a different range of motion. Kettlebells are another, but again, it's a matter of how many pieces of equipment and different things like that. But they're really good at being more full body or multiple muscle group type of equipment that you can use. And then the basics are just using your own body weight. And especially starting out, your own body weight is going to be the one that's really going to be important, because if you can't manage and do movements with your own body weight, it's going to be even harder to try to get more specific. So let's talk about some of the programs that I recommend for folks that either have a chronic illness starting out. If you've been a couch potato for a while, not really into exercising or don't know where to start, or if you have an autoimmune disease and you're trying to make sure that you have a program that's gentle enough. 3 programs that I'm using right now that I've talked about before, and I'm going to start doing some more reviews on some others. The very first basic foundational program that I would recommend for somebody that is just starting out or has a lot of flares is going to be Get Autoimmune Strong, because this is a program that is designed by a lady with a couple of different autoimmune diseases. She enjoyed exercising and working out, but would get into flares and exercise intolerance, which I just did a video on recently. And so she wouldn't be able to continue to exercise, and she would take 2 steps forward and 5 back. And she became a personal trainer, so she'd understand how to design a good program, the correct forms and all those things to do, and then she designed one. And it is really foundational in the beginning, focusing on everything from being able to balance and use your core muscles and posture, which those aren't things that are necessarily focus items specifically in a workout program, but in hers they were. And that's one of the things that I love about her program. So yes, when I first started it, I thought it was a little too easy, but I did progress through the program. She's getting ready to publish level 6 soon, but even level 5, if I do it at a good pace, it will absolutely work up a sweat and will make you tired. Doing things like different types of squats and balance exercises where you're lifting your legs and like kick type moves, which I enjoy from more the martial arts Taibo type of thing. So that program, she does have workouts that are geared towards more the lower body and things of that nature, but she always adds in a variety of exercises, and her exercises are going to be multi-muscle group type exercises. A plank is going to use multiple muscle groups when done correctly. Squats are going to use multiple muscle groups, especially when you're using the core the way she wants you to in good posture. So that's the first program that I highly recommend for resistance training for anybody with just starting out with low exercise or poor exercise tolerance, any type of chronic disease that's made it hard to exercise, or an autoimmune disease. Then the next two, one is more of a very enjoyable type of exercise program, and that is the Simply Fit board, which is a board that you stand on for balance and you twist, which is using the core muscles and stabilizing and can be very much cardio when you really start twisting. And then she also incorporates different types of actual exercises on the board. So I'm going to do a review specifically on that type of exercise program. It's great. It's one where you can literally just put on music and just twist and you'll get some cardio. You can do circuit type training, which she has several videos of circuit training where you can use weights or not and exercise different parts of your body all while on the board, which is helping with balance. So if you don't have any balance, then you probably want to start with Get Autoimmune Strong, or you're going to want to have a chair or something handy, because you definitely have to have some balance to use the twisty board, as I call it, but the Get Simply Fit board. And then the next one, which what I would say would be really more for truly taking your exercise to a little bit of a higher level, or if you are really short of time, is the One and Done by Meredith Shirk. This program is great because it's very short. The actual workouts in and of themselves, the workout periods. Now, the thing you have to understand is the total duration from warm up through exercise to cool down is probably about 20-22 minutes. I think some people have the misnomer that, I turn it on and 7 minutes later I'm done. No, the premise is that you're doing 7 minutes of true exercise with breaks or slower type of exercises in between. So this is the one that gets your heart rate up. It's more similar to the high intensity interval training, but very condensed. The thing that I like about Meredith's program, there's a couple different things. One, she does start out with a beginner program. She has demonstration videos for everything, so you can watch a whole demonstration of your workout before you even do it, which for somebody who is not coordinated like me can be very helpful, because with short workouts, if you're fumbling around trying to figure out which arm goes where and what leg does what, you're going to miss the whole workout. So those demos are marvelous. She also has modification videos, which are marvelous, and then she has just such a great variety. You're working their full body workouts, but you're never doing the exact same type of exercise 2 days in a row if you're doing it daily or every other day. She is also like Andrea with the Get Autoimmune Strong, where they do recommended calendars that are based on your exercise levels. So those are really, really great. But Get Autoimmune Strong is definitely geared towards folks that want to get stronger. You're going to feel some muscle soreness. She's doing more calisthenics. Some of them might be a little bit more high intensity, like jumping jacks and things of that nature, than higher impact, than some of the others, like Get Autoimmune Strong and things like that. But it's an outstanding program, and again, I'm looking forward to getting started with it again to really help lean up and build some more muscle. So I'll be starting some videos on that as well. So there's a whole host of other types of resistance training. I think I admit this, I bought hip hop abs and did that. It was actually a very good workout program. Just got a little monotonous with the same type of music over and over. But things like yoga, especially if you're just starting, yoga is a body weight type of exercise depending on the moves that you're doing. So yoga can be really good. Qigong, Tai Chi, any of those types can be resistance types of exercises depending on the types of moves that you're doing in them. So the key thing is are you using your muscles? Are you using even just doing, if you can see how I'm doing resistance against myself. So even with simple things like Qigong or some other type of activities, you may not realize that you are using isometrics and things of that nature, which are going to help build the muscles as well. So, but this was again geared more towards folks that may be new to exercise, really need to build up slowly, or want to avoid any type of exercise flare. So these are the types of programs that I use myself, and I will be doing some reviews on others as I go through them. If any of you out there have some programs that you want me to take a look at from an autoimmune perspective, I would be glad to. Let me know. I like trying out new programs as well. It won't be Power 90X or anything like that. I can tell you I'm just not up to that. Those days are behind me. Not something that's good for me. Might be good for you, but not something that I can do. So, but anyway, I'd love to hear your comments down below on different programs that you've done with resistance training and building up your resistance and exercise endurance. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Be well.